So I don't think he's going to be too concerned as well.
Can they get the spear onto tower?
Yes,
they can. Polo a little bit too late for the banishment. The Godziruk's going to push him further away. He's in your dream, trying to stand his ground to man fight with the fairy fire, but skill 8 just.
Finally, the creeps are starting to spawn inside their own jungle.
Bottom again. Lun and skill 8. This time they'll have to drop the arena. So a bit more of a heavy commitment here to try and deal with the Elder Titan, who's somehow not dead still. Hang on a second. Polo?
Oh man, he's getting away.
What? Oh, that was so close. Okay. At least he does go down. Meanwhile, there was a kill up top on the Snapfire, so a 1-for-1 trade across the map. But look at what they're doing. Young PH, I love how it just up in the face he is. Bottom lane. Alacrity already blink completed, but the speed connection pushed back to the Earth so they can stack up the Fury swipes. A huge kill for them to find. Alacrity,
you know, a little bit more of a defensive fashion. I don't mind it for the Tinker though, because again, you need that level 12 any chance.
They're looking for the defense top. Mizu not fast enough to get the primal swing off. Can they chain lock him out after the banishment? They can. Mizu's gone. They're looking for Yokam Yex. Young PH finally starting to get involved. Din instead of getting up in the face of the Luna. You know, now without having to worry about that, they can run straight into the triangle. And now you can see in your dream, he just can't farm.
Can't farm at all. You're even getting a bit of a backstab coming in here from Mizu though. They're going to find out Lun. He doesn't have his ultimate to play around with, but he can get the spear off. Should still end up dying though.
Still only level 1 in the rearm from Alacrity, and Mizu actually has to commit here. With the Primal splitting, but they're coming over. Young PH has got the Arcune if he wants to utilize it for the team fight. It's like it's just Mizu at the moment still. It's taken a long time to kill off the Mars. Primal split about to expire. How? Waiting in the wings. Diffuser blade reveal. Straight on top of Mizu. They're even going to jump for more. They've caught out the Tinker on the high ground. Alacrity, no assistance as Yokam. It can only stand there and watch as the beams laying down from afar. They'll drop the Earth Splitter as well. The rest are Radiant looking to find an angle into the team fight, but they won't get it. Young PH continuing to push them further and further away as now How can close the distance. 4 down, make it a 5th as Yangon Galacticos team wipe under the tier 2 tower.
Well, that's very high value coming through there for Yangon Galacticos, sitting underneath the smoke, trying to catch anyone out.
Mizu's the target. Let's see if the Earth Split is fast enough to get Mizu's ultimate off. It's going to be. So at least they have the Primal Split to be able to play with this fight. They rip apart the Mars. Who do they want to go for next? Targeting How at the moment. Keep in mind, he's got the Aegis in your gym's going to look to reveal the BKB as well, but meanwhile the backline, Young PH is dealt with one of the supports, going to look for the second as well. And now they've kited the BKB. They haven't even lost the Aegis as well, so they've got to be cautious because Alacrity on top of the backline. They've caught him out. Young PH prioritizing the remnants to get straight on top of the Tinker and bring him down. And now in your dream, there's no assistance. Mizu just has to stand and watch his skill lay from afar. The banishment to stop the retreat, and How can swipe him through. A triple for your Ursa. Finally, they'll get the Aegis, but
plop him back down and on the ground.
Oh no. Radiant.
There we go.
Gotta go up against the Ags. Luckily enough, it'll just be the ET to fall.
That's an ET without buyback, though. He's going this greedy build.
He's continued to stalk in your dream. He's got the movement speed to close the distance. A Sanjin Yasha, not enough. He's out to safety. Young PH. Okay, he's going to continue to chase. The stuns are lacking. They'll get the kill. Young PH. Couple remnants to still play with. Out to safety. Zorain's here. We're going to try and lay it down.
So close. Might have been able to get it if you used the Solar Crest onto How and then use the cookie onto him instead.
Primal split, Alacrity is going to reveal himself, but a great timing of the blink. So Arena completely wasted. The rest of Dire is starting to swing to mid. It'll take them a while to get in the area. Yokam unfortunately, no retreat capability. Mizu, he's still sticking around as well. Second round of the Primal split. But Alacrity has to play so far away. In fact, he's even just TP'd to top. So Mizu's going to completely waste the second ulti. And in fact, they're probably going to kill him afterwards as well. They dealt with the Wind Panda. And now where do you TP to afterwards? Yeah. Straight on top of the Reds ahead to Yangon Galacticos. And that's another kill to find. And all the split charges are now on cooldown.
As long as you're not losing key heroes, you're generally fine with how things are turning out. As this is another dive in. Oh, Young PH has found him again. He doesn't have mana.
He doesn't have mana. Yeah, he can't get out. Yokam, let's see if the telekinesis is enough. Lunch is hunting in the backline. Young PH, man. This is his game. 8-2-11, make it 9 now. Skillet, he'll start. They found the Tinker. How's gonna fall up instantly. Lon as well. They need to try and protect Alacrity as best as they can, but he's on the outskirts of the arena. So beautiful job. Potentially now penalizing Yangon for the deep dive. Glimmer out.
Wasted.
How's even gonna move in forward as well? Still, they're gonna be cautious. Alacrity's inside the base. That's the target. Polis are not down just yet. They'll turn to deal with Hal.
Well.
The stuns are lacking, man. Mizu is so far without any assistance. The primal split's expired. Still, Hal's got that first life. Alacrity's actually going to blink on forward. The disarm making it so difficult to finally be able to kill off the OS, so they haven't been able to do so, and it gives Young PH a free fight. A remnant to the backline. They finally be able to catch him. Bashes from Hal coming out left, front, and center. You've got to rely on the buybacks. The extras number to advantage, but is it even going to be enough? Finally, Aegis is being ticked out, but a lot of buybacks from NIGMA Galaxy, so they sound the retreat. Yangon instantly need to get out. Even Young Page looking to buy back as well. Getting into the midst of it all. They're on top of Alacrity. A blink out to safety, but how? Still another free fight for him. So I haven't been able to find any bashes just yet, but that's a dieback on the Ember. Now Yorkham, Remnant's back and forth. He's on to Hal. He might just do it all by himself. He's killed off full. Hal's gonna try and retreat with the blink. He needs some distance, but Mizu locks onto his target. Alacrity should be able to get the cleanup as well, and there's finally the team fight that NIGMA Galaxy have been looking for. I mean, it costs them dearly.
Nice positioning here.
They're gonna glimmer up. See how fast he is. Now, in your dream, he doesn't have this capability. He's actually gonna look to stand his ground. They're targeting Lun. A great arena is gonna give him the capability to get on top of the backline. Simultaneously, the dual claw is able to deal with the Rubik. Now, in your dream, they've locked straight on top. He doesn't have the opportunity for the BKB. NIGMA Galaxy taking a fight outside the base is going to cost him. As now how Abyssal Blade's out, they'll have the beautiful chain control.
They run away from that fire remnant. It's just so scary just on its own.
Young PH.
It's just a distraction play.
He's going to force him.
The tower.
That's an early use of the primal split. Lun's stuck in the western tree line as well. Flicker, not going to give him the survivability. They've caught out Polison, but nice use of the protection barrier from the Tinker. Is it going to be enough to keep Polison alive, though? The artillery raining from afar. Young PH comes for the cleanup crew. Can they telekinesis him inside the base? One beams out. There needs the constant control coming through for the missiles, and they'll get him.
Yorkham.
Another burst potential from Yorkham, and meanwhile, Mizu as well. He cycloned up the Shadow Demon, so they weren't able to get the banishment to keep them alive.
Alacrity. He stays.
Oh, they're actually going to jump in. They've caught out In Your Dream again.
That's the
These
dieback.
deep observer wards paying dividends here for Yangon. I mean, if they can hold the buyback on the Ember, that's going to be huge. They're still sticking around. They don't have the Tinker. Lun's actually stopping the TP down bottom. He's not going to get the kill on Alacrity, but at least holding them back. This Mizu's still pushing them further and further away. Howard just looking to play against the objective-based gaming, but now with the Tinker back inside the base, they'll rip apart the first life. When he doesn't have the BKB, he can't get the blink out of the respawn as well. The rest of Dire is still nowhere to be seen, as Mizu's doing such an exceptional job to just push them further away from the Ursa. But they're all back alive on Dire. Mizu needs to get out to safety. He doesn't have any more charges from the primal split. He's used all of them to give some form of opportunity to be able to kill off the Ursa, but that's not enough. Down goes Mizu. Further inside the base they go, but I mean, we saw what Tinky could do last time. It's going to be another miraculous hold, it feels like.
It feels like much more of a lone hand this time around, though. You're able onto the front lines. You've even just got the disarm coming through from the Enrage.
They might get the Mars once again. Another incredible banishment from the backline. Let's see what Polison can do. They've got a decent amount of damage here, but the backline once again, Zorain, now they've got the chain control. They've caught out Alacrity. He's got a buyback, needs to use it instantly. They've stole the ultimate kisses as well. So the cube's getting used from afar, but Young PH is not going to give them any opportunity. An instant remnant straight on top of the backline, but still with the BKB. Alacrity's protected for a short duration. How? He's trying to find the angle in. Do they want to dive for the fountain? They haven't found the window just yet, but the banishment now instantly afterwards. How they're going against the well-damaged, but hey, it doesn't matter as Yangon Galacticos.
Oh, but the Ghost Scepter buy.
They've got to call
God.
it. I mean,
they have to. Although, in your dream, Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to TP
What,
in
you're
nice and
0
deep.
and 10 in your dream. A buyback. Mizu's got the ultimate back up and available, but Young PH, the beams are there. The damage raining through from the Eclipse. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, they've done something in your dream, BKB, but it doesn't matter. How is way too farmed. They'll kill off Mizu's Brewlings. And with that, the game should be called. No buybacks. YANGON Galacticos. Another game where they're able to execute, and they call it.
It's just like, again, the quick reactions, the amount of, like, even when they're diving the freaking fountain, you have How with the smoke getting up into his face. They know they found Mizu. This is twice in a row.
Oh, poor old Mizu. At least he's got some heroes behind him. Especially the... Oh my god. I didn't know you were level 6 yet, Lon. What's going on?
I think it's just going to be, if it's on Yangon, it's going to be based around the Tide Hunter and actually wanting to rotate towards the middle side.
See the Oracle get chased down. Die, converging on the area. Morphling is a different beast. Full strength morph out. Chain control afterwards a little bit lacking with that Inkswell timer. Skill A looking to get in the area as well. With the haste, just in and out he goes. So Young PH is continuously getting chased down. A waveform up in a couple of seconds, but... a couple of seconds too long. A big kill on the Morphling, who was having a very free lane mid. They also cut the tree on the Monkey King long. Waiting in the wings. Will drop the Ravage. How's going to look to turn as well. Not holding a point in the Wukongs, but there's plenty of damage thanks to the Boundless. A big kill on the Ember Spirit is Alacrity penalized.
It's a little bit of a win here.
Get the catapult. Objective kill. Right clicks. Oh. Lun's got to be careful. It's the objective.
Lun?
Surviving here. Young PH has an aggressive waveform. Silence at the last second, but again, they're just lacking the damage on In Your Dream. Young PH very split away from the team at the moment. The attribute shift still, I mean, he's pretty much full strength now. Not much more health to be able to get claimed.
They got the finger of death.
Got enough space for that waveform, but they're going to continue to hunt. It's a Remnant clipping the backline, and In Your Dream looking to continue to chase for more. I mean, Polison just further amplifying the Drow range on Mizu as well. The early aggression enabling NIGMA Galaxy. They're going to go for a TP up, but Mizu raw back up and available, so Lun not successful in the attempt. Simultaneously, Alacrity. It's going to be okay. Monkey King not able to get that last little bit of damage there, but... okay.
Nah. Actually, yes. Yes, they would have.
Well, Lun looking for the angle. He's going to jump in instantly. In Dream, an early Hurricane Pike and getting back to safety. He's actually going to continue to stand his ground. The Phantom's Grace, a great way to try and deal with the Tide Hunter. Number Soulbind. Oh, look at the Delta split. A Ravage only clipping on one. A beautiful start to the fight for NIGMA Galaxy. Now they can look to turn it back around. As Lung controlled towards the backline. They've got the roll before the attribute shift. A completely mess of the fight here from Yangon. That's not the opener you're looking for to reveal the blink. And
Anti-style on the Morphling is so significant. You know, it means that he can probably be playing that bit more aggressive. He's not as worried about the gush.
They're gonna keep going.
Should be worried about them running at his face.
So Rain, he's got this False Promise back up. He waveforms into the Soulbind leash, so they're going to be cautious. Manta still not completed just yet. They'll kill off the Lion. Finally, False Promise is utilized here, but Young PH is still taking way too much damage. He'll tick out afterwards, and Alacrity's hunting for more. You can see how different of a game it is. NIGMA Galaxy can be up in the face thanks to the Ember. They're still looking to stick around. Ravage at the ready. Wukongs as well. Lun gonna jump in sleep. They need to deal with the Io. They'll melt through the Drow Ranger and the Ball of Light. A beautiful 1-2 combo as the ultimates drop to give some retribution for Yangon Galacticos. Take the fights. Their selection has been really solid at the moment on Dire.
Oh,
In Your Dream.
walks into him here.
Ravage on cooldown for another 20. Maybe they can blow up the first life. NIGMA Galaxy. They need to try and swing on over. Leading on Alacrity as well, so they'll actually assassinate the Oracle in the backline. They'll attempt to TP out. Things will stun. Oh, they'll cancel that. Beautifully done. Second kill. See, they're just so far in the backline and Polison. Lon has to blink further past him. They're going to do just that. Trying to jump the Ember Spirit, but the chain lockdown, it's perfect from skill A, so they'll deal with the first life as well. And they've laid down the Wukong, so as soon as he respawns, he's going to have the answers to the Golden Warrior just beating on top of him. Paulison hasn't opted for the relocate just yet. In Your Dream actually wants to look to stand his ground and man-fight protected with the BKB for the moment. They've also got the assist to double the roar at the last second. Instantly answer with a false promise. Some more thing will get some opportunity, but now on top of the backline, how stacked up the Jingu. A massive amount of damage with the balance. Paulison, he needs to take it away, but the Uber's too late. Drow Ranger gone. Now they can look for more as well. There's the defense, there's the fight as Yangon. A huge way to come back into this game. They might even be able to get more blood as well. And Paulison, Mizu still sticking around as Polo back to the relocate location. I do think
will they see this DD on the top side as the smoke comes in?
Ravage is on cooldown. Manta, it was already used previously, so Morphling not gonna have the defensive factor, and Zorine also doesn't have false promise. So again, ulti's on cooldown. You really want to make this siege without ages. Ravager, of course, Morphling down for 30.
Could be worth the buyback, though.
Let's see how the DD comes into the play. Oh, the stun!
The tether
Paulison's tether still is able to get the Ravage off. Instantly just rips apart In Your Dream. Paulison too late for the relocate to keep him alive. At least the Soulbind will allow them to reset their positioning, and Mizu attempts to TP out just in the nick of time. My god, that tether stun, though. They're still hunting. Skill late. Rips them apart thanks to the Finger of Death, and now Alacrity and Yokam hand in hand. We get some retribution, but how sees it? Dude, Roche falling so fast.
But they know, though. They know what's happening.
Eyes on Lun. Trying to find the angle in. Ravage out. No BKBs. They should be able to steal the Aegis. How finds it? Look at the damage! Paulison too late for the relocate. Instantly assassinate 2 heroes. Alacrity at least can reset his own position, but Radiant, they want to try and find any stragglers. Paulison's one of them. Tethers up. Won't make it out.
I want Drow to at least pop BKB. That's as good as killing her at this stage.
Well, Wukong's back up if Hal wants to drop it. Manta's going to be forced out. They'll look to jump. The double roar first life going to be taken care of. Not just yet, in fact, because the false promise. It's onto at least the Morphling, which is enough to help young PH. He might tick out afterwards. The damage starting to ramp up. He's actually going forward. A Ravage clipping on it. Oh, heroes. The Ravage. It's too disastrous. Oh, Lun. Tidehunter is such a crazy hero right now. Multiple buybacks coming into play. And they're making an attempt to posture in the tree line. But if you don't jump the Oracle, I don't see how you start the fight. Mizu,
oh no, they see Mizu.
No. He's got BKB. So Alacrity's actually going to look to try and give himself some home space. BKB forced out super early on, but I mean, you need the BKB for the team fight. Skill late, what a hex. Onto the backline, gets a connection, another Ravage as well, just to secure the kills. He's got a buyback, but I mean, it just feels like Yangon Galacticos executing to another level. They don't have the ultimates. They can't contest against the team fight. Late game Goda, all on 5v5, and there's nothing you can do as they got to hope and watch on outskirts of the Wukongs, but another round of it from Hal. Try and bring them out as far as possible. Another hex from Skill late, soon to be a dieback, and who would have thought coming in today that Yangon Galacticos with a 2-0 Galaxy race, sorry, NIGMA Galaxy, but they are looking incredible.
Yeah, looking very strong. The power of youth making itself known again as even just picking up a Desolator, keeping it in the stash is yeah, maybe a little bit of teaser. You got to make sure you're having fun there with Zorain, just constantly kiting out this Drow Ranger and punishing In Your Dream for thinking that he could even try and contest against an Oracle. Oh, nice the abyss there.
What's going on?
What do you
What's
think?
going on? Why is everyone not inside the...
on.
Come on, guys. They're going to be 5 men inside the fountain. That's disappointing, honestly. Really, just who cares about the throne? Jump everyone, get more kills. He's like, guys, I got a little bit of respect. I'll do the dirty work.